People that donate when I ain't even live. I'm doing this a little bit early today because I may switch up when I go live instead of going live later in the night like I normally do. Can't even get the words out. Like I normally have. I'm thinking of switching things up permanently where it's like early, like around this time, because really I don't really like night live streams as much as I do them. I just feel like I have a lot more to put into them than I do. Okay. Be a shout out to everybody that's here. Not only am I gonna talk about the video that I came across, there are a few other things I'm gonna speak on too. I'm gonna speak on, let's see. I'm gonna speak on this. Now I see someone in the chat room said that who would you rather listen to? Would you rather listen to this woman with these eyelashes, or would you listen to conservative women? Bro, there is no difference. There's no difference between this woman with the eyelashes and these conservative, quote unquote, conservative women that y'all listen to. There's no difference. To me, there's no difference. So I would rather listen to women who are themselves instead of trying to pretend to be something that they're not. Okay? All you have to do is bring up certain topics and their whole demeanor will change. All right? I'm going to speak about this video. Also, there's another video I came across of this guy that said that he smelt his girlfriend coming home like condoms. Like she would come home smelling like condoms. And he recorded himself talking to her. She was sending him voice notes. Because you see, when women lie to you, they don't want to text. They want to get on the phone with you, or they'll send you voice notes. They do not want to be in no texting situation because they need you to hear their voice to get their lies up. Women, when they get caught lying, you catch them lying, they want to be on the phone. That's why I tell y'all, man, it don't matter. Women in relationships, married, these heifers are cheating. Point blank, period. They out here cheating. They're not being faithful. They're not being faithful. And you dudes fall for it because you want to believe that she's who you think she is. No, she ain't. She's a lying heifer who's cheating on you. Now let's see who's a shout out to Darius. What's good, Jay? These women are mad that she breaking the girl code. She definitely breaking it. And she was very, it was almost like she felt like she had to say something, right? You always got the one that's gonna be honest. Like you, there's a girl that you could be interested in, and let's say she has a sister or cousin. They're going to tell you all the dirt that she has done. Okay? I've had it happen to me. There's a chick I was interested in. Her half sister told me that she's out here screwing dudes for cars. Okay? So yeah, get the likes up, people. Let's see who's here. Jalen, Long Tongue, Sigma, Shing, Matthew, Carolina, Scorpio, D, Generalissimo, Zeke, Learning and Earning, Sydney, Garrison, Better Be Free, Link, Aquavius, Sexy Slim, Juan Carlos, J Swiss, Jamie St. Patrick, Sir Yeetus, Big Boss Calvin. Let's get the likes up. I ain't like y'all got something else to do. All right. I switched the whole subject up. Think I won't. What's up, Troy? Samurai Will. But yeah, these heifers is cheating, man. They have more resources to cheat than ever before. Y'all think they're not doing it? You got dudes dating girls that do nothing but post thirst traps every day. You don't think that she ain't cheating on you, brother? So no, it don't matter whether a woman is conservative, liberal. Most of them are pretty much the same. All you have to do is bring up certain topics like abortion and we'll see. Like me, I don't care about what you choose to do. I don't care what you choose to. If you like with pro-life, pro-choice. To me, I am pro good decisions. I'm pro good decisions. Right? So, what's good, Kevin? So when it comes to a lot of these women of today, y'all want to put them in categories. Y'all let these female content creators get you dudes, thinking one way when, bro, they're all pretty much in the same category. Most of these women are pro-choice. They're not going to say it, but trust me. And it don't matter. See, I'm pro good decisions, right? If you feel like you're young and you're poor or broke and you don't have it like that and you accidentally got pregnant and you have an abortion, I mean, that's your decision. I'm not going to sit here and tell you how to live your life. But if you're actively having relations with different men and you're getting pregnant and you're using abortion as birth control, you are a moron, and you're taking abortion and using it to police your own bodies. That's why they're mad about Roe v. Wade. You got to be pro good decisions, Stop having relations with random men you meet at a gas station or a grocery store or at the club or at some get together. You don't even know his last name. You don't even know his real name. He done gave you a nickname. And now you pregnant by this guy. See, women make a lot of bad decisions, and we're going to get into it with this particular video. And we're going to prove that these women they want other people to police their actions. No, make better decisions, heifer. Okay? Make better decisions, heifer, and you won't have to be in these situations where you're getting mocked out here. You're losing your mind over Roe v. Wade, when you need to be losing your mind over the fact that your community is in bad shape. But let's get into it.
I wanted to say that this is a fucking lie.
And for those of you who do not see what this says, this is a comment from someone that says, y'all can do it, but understand most of y'all do things we do with an emotional connection. We do things with no attachment at times. Bro, I think a lot of women these days are having relations with men with no attachment whatsoever. They are. And they have been doing it for quite some time. I think it has gotten worse because of social media. And because these women are able to meet men offline. They don't have to go to dating apps. They can go to Facebook or Instagram. That's how they're meeting these people. Same thing with men, right? They say, where these dudes meet all these chicks that they cheat with? They meet them offline.
I have homegirls that sleep with other niggas but love the fuck out of their nigga, and their niggas have nothing to offer. I mean, they're short, they have no money, they don't know how to throw the wood, all of that. And they love them unconditionally. And have stepped out with no emotional attachment. I need y'all niggas to realize that women have evolved. We know how to have sex with no emotional attachment. Maybe not me. I can't speak for me. Okay.
Right. That's what I said. I said, right. We can't speak for you because you wouldn't do that. Like she would never do anything like that. Probably because her dude is watching. But listen, if all your friends are slores, you're a slore. I'm not talking about the particular female. I don't know her. But I mean, you got, if the crowd that you're around does things, I'm pretty sure you participate.
I can't speak for me. I don't cheat. When I love somebody, I love somebody hard. That's me. That's me. But I watch these women out here. They are scandalous. And when I tell you they are fucking and loving on y'all with no emotional attachment, it's disgusting.
Disgusting. But I got people, especially a lot of these males, saying, Jay, why do you talk to these women like this? Why do you say these things? You know, you're a misogynist. But she's even saying that your behavior is disgusting. And a lot of your behavior is disgusting. This is why you want abortion to be your birth control. Because a lot of you heifers are out of control. But then you try to pretend like you're not when you are. A lot of these chicks are out here screwing 2-3 different men at the same time. I told y'all about the female that was born with 2 V holes, right? And she got pregnant by 2 different men because one was screwing one of the V holes and the other guy was screwing the other V hole. That so she could basically say she wasn't cheating, but she actually was. Or I won't say cheating because maybe she wasn't in a relationship with either one, but she pregnant by both of them. So she was in a relationship with one of them. Maybe.
I just wanted to say that this is a fucking lie. I have homegirls that sleep with other niggas but love the fuck out of their nigga, and their niggas have nothing to offer. I mean, they're short, they have no money, they don't know how to throw the wood, all of that. And they love them unconditionally. And have stepped out with no emotional attachment. I need y'all niggas to realize that women have evolved. We know how to have sex with no emotional attachment.
I think a lot of these chicks been doing that. That's why they're upset at men who call out their behavior, because they're saying, well, you're giving away the stuff that we're doing. So men are giving away the stuff that they're doing, the lies, the deceit. Men have been speaking on what's going on with these women. They better be glad more men who actually these women be creeping with are not saying anything, right? Because that would really be a game changer. I don't hear a lot of men. Well, I hear some guys, but I don't hear a lot of guys saying, well, I was with this married woman, I was with this woman in a relationship. Because a lot of these guys have this code, have like this side dude code, right? They're not going to say nothing. I have heard some guys say that I was the side dude. But some of these guys, their egos, they don't want to admit it to themselves. But a lot of you dudes are side dudes, okay? She would never have you as her husband or boyfriend. Maybe as a boyfriend. I don't know about husband, because you lack something. Probably money, probably social status, right? And you don't fit her idea of what a husband is. And she's right that these women will marry the type of men that they want to be seen with. But you are pretty much the side dude, and you're going to be put in that particular spot. And a lot of these guys are okay with that. You know, some of these guys won't admit it to themselves, but yeah, you on the side, bro.
Maybe not me. I can't speak for me. Okay, I can't speak for me. I don't cheat. When I love somebody hard. That's me. That's me. But I watch these women out here. They are scandalous. And when I tell you they are fucking and loving on y'all with no emotional attachment, it's disgusting.
Disgusting. These heifers are disgusting. And what's more disgusting is you got some of these males who put on their armor and their shield, and you know they have their sword, and they're ready to defend these women. And they want to know why men are speaking about them. Why are you talking about women? You need to talk about something else. Well, we could talk about a lot of different things, but women are going to come into play. You know, that was a very interesting quote by the Prime Minister of the UK, Boris Johnson, who's a joke. He's a joke. And he talked about how if Vladimir Putin was a woman, he would have never invaded Ukraine, okay? And he says that women are not violent. You know, women would never do what Vladimir Putin is doing. It's a very macho, toxic masculinity. This is what he said. He said what Vladimir Putin is doing in Ukraine is toxic masculinity. So no matter what we talk about, simps, it's always going to lead back to women. We could talk about politics. We could talk about religion. We could talk about sports. It is all going to lead back to women because Boris Johnson, out of his own goofy mouth, said that Vladimir Putin invading Ukraine was because of his toxic masculinity. And if he was a woman, he would have never done that. So it always leads back to the woman. No matter how much y'all want to change the subject, no matter how much y'all want to fight and you want to swing your arms and step in defense, we going to talk about these heifers one way or another. You cannot run from it. You cannot run from that. These heifers are going to be talked about. You know why? Because you got these males who are weak and cowardly, who are always going to try to hide behind them.
I wanted to say that this is a fucking lie. I have homegirls that sleep with other niggas but love the fuck out of their nigga, and their niggas have nothing to offer. I mean, they're short, they have no money, they don't know how to throw the wood, all of that. And they love them unconditionally. And have stepped out with no emotional attachment. I need y'all niggas to realize that women have evolved. We know how to have sex with no emotional attachment. Maybe not me. I can't speak for me. Okay, I can't speak for me. I don't cheat. When I love somebody hard. That's me. That's me. But I watch.
I hear a lot of women say that. Like, you have women say, well, I would never, or I wouldn't, but I know people that will. But, you know, they dabble in certain behaviors. That's how they know, right? And I want people to understand. And there's a purpose for me reviewing these videos. I want y'all to understand, no matter how a woman dresses, no matter how she looks, no matter how she conducts herself, actions matter. And a lot of these women's actions are a lot different than their words, right? You got women that will speak against thightism, but they one of the biggest thoughts out there, right? You got dudes that want to talk about manhood and fatherhood when they some of the biggest suckers who are out here creating single mother households. They ain't marrying these women, but they want to tell men how to be men, how they should be fathers and husbands when you don't have a family of your own.
They are scandalous. And when I tell you they are fucking and loving on y'all with no emotional attachment, it's disgusting.
Disgusting. Your behaviors are disgusting. And we have a lot of disgusting people out here trying to pretend that they aren't, and they are following these behaviors, and they wonder why at the end of the day they have nobody but themselves and the children that they have created with those people. Now, there's another video I want y'all to see. This video is hilarious and sad. You know, this guy, I said this a little bit earlier, okay? This guy was on the phone with his girlfriend. She was trying to explain why she's coming home and smelling like condoms. You know how much relations you have to be doing to come home smelling like condoms? That lets me know that you done had sessions. You know, and you come straight home to your dude, man, who has to smell that. It reminds me, y'all remember when I spoke about the chick in the hallway that was cleaning herself up before she went in the house, and it was caught on like a doorbell camera? These heifers is slick out here, man. Yo, these heifers is slick, man. You got to watch them.
Bitch come to my house smelling like condoms. I'm like, why the fuck you smell like condoms? She straight. I ain't fuck nobody else. She said, oh, come on, bro. Come on, bro. Why you put me
I can't smell like that at all. I did not fuck nobody, no nothing. That's what I'm trying to figure out. What the fuck, like, you should have been saying something to me about it. Like, what? Now I'm really irritated. I'm ready to go the fuck over. I'm trying not to.
Oh, my goodness. She said So why is she telling him that he should have told her sooner? What? Why? So you can make sure that you not smelling like condoms? He was trying to figure out what was going on. He smelled rubbers the first time, he let it go. He smelled rubbers the second time, he let it go. He smelled rubbers the third time, he's like, man, I gotta say something to her. How much sex do you helpers have to be getting to smell like rubbers, man?
Bitch come to my house smelling like condoms. I'm like, why the fuck you smell like condoms? She straight. I ain't fuck nobody else. She said, oh, come on, bro. Come on, bro.
Why you put me I can't smell like that at all. I did not fuck nobody, no nothing. That's what I'm trying to figure out. What the fuck, like, you should have been said something to me.
There's a reason why I'm doing this on Friday, man. I wanted to lighten things up, and I wanted to show y'all the grimy side of these heifers stepping out, man. These heifers is grimy, man.
About it. Like, what? Now I'm really irritated. I'm ready to go the fuck over. I'm trying not for them to put me out again.
This is crazy. And then she tried to put it back on him like he should have told her. What? What exactly should he have told you? He wanted to find out whether you was creeping. That's why he did it.
Bitch come to my house smelling like condoms. I'm like, why the fuck you smell like condoms? She straight. I ain't fuck nobody else. She said, oh, come on, bro. Come on, bro. Why you put me
I can't smell like that at all. I did not fuck nobody, no nothing. That's what I'm trying to figure out. What the fuck, like, you should have been said something to me about it. Like, what? Now I'm really irritated. I'm ready to go the fuck over. I'm trying not for them to put me out again.
Is somebody gonna say this was a skit too? Because y'all know every time these chicks get caught doing something, it's always a skit, right? Is this a skit? No, I hear lying in her voice, man.
Bitch come to my house smelling like condoms. I'm like, why the fuck you smell like condoms? She straight. I ain't fuck nobody else. She said, oh, come on, bro. Come on, bro. Why you put me
I can't smell like that at all. I did not fuck nobody, no nothing. That's what I'm trying to figure out. What the fuck, like, you should have been said something to me about it. Like, what? Now I'm really irritated. I'm ready to go the fuck over. I'm trying not for them to put me out
irritated.
Again.
And she about to go, the fuck off. Are you going off on yourself? Listen, man, these chicks, y'all gotta understand, man. You know how grimy these chicks are. The dudes that they deal with are even grimier. Cause if that dude knows that your chick, if a girl is cheating, right, the side dude, what he's gonna do is he's gonna make sure that he sleeps with her before she goes back home to you. And they do that because they're grimy as hell, just like she is, and they want you to find out that she doing that. The side dude know that she got to go back home, and he's gonna screw her before she go home, and she goes straight home, or straight to your house, not her place, but your house.
She's like, he's onto my ways, flushed few. I'ma spray it down with Febreze next time. Rye catface.
Yeah,
with
or
horns.
do a little rinse in the sink somewhere, man, or clean herself up before she go out there, man. This is the grimy side. Y'all want to say, why is Jay talking about this? It's because I want y'all to see the grimy side of women when they get caught. This is what's going on out here. Your wife or girlfriend is sleeping with other men. Meanwhile, you dudes out here are justifying slur behavior, not realizing that your wife is a girlfriend is participating in it as well. These Western women can't be trusted. Shout out to Chuzzy.
I experimented being a side dude last year, and honestly it wasn't bad. I knew what I was getting and there were minimal games being played, but I had to stop because the women were catching feelings.
Appreciate that. Well, the female before in the other video said that women weren't catching feelings, which I know is a total lie. Women usually have dudes as side dudes that they're highly attracted to, especially physically. And if you're giving them the D, to their satisfaction, more than likely she's probably going to catch feelings and she's going to want you to replace her boyfriend. Why you think you see women in relationships abruptly and the next thing you know they're with another guy because they done caught feelings for that guy, the side dude, and now he is the boyfriend. But a lot of times you do have to, if you're a side dude, you definitely have to break that up before she does, catch feelings. But then she's going to take it out on her boyfriend. Because if the side dude pisses her off, she's going to go home and take it out on the husband or the boyfriend. So when your chick comes home mad and you like, she likes her job, she likes her friends, it can't be that. Why is she upset? It is because of the dude that she's dealing with on the side. He done pissed her off. She done came home angry at you, taking it out on you. You ain't do nothing but love her.
Bitch come to my house smelling like condoms. I'm like, why the fuck you smell like condoms? She straight. I ain't fuck nobody else. She said,
oh, come on, bro. Come on, bro. Why you put me
I can't smell like that at all. I did not fuck nobody, no nothing. That's what I'm trying to figure out. What the fuck, like, you should have been saying something to me about it. Like, what? Now I'm really irritated. I'm ready to go the fuck over. I'm trying not to.
Oh, she about to go the fuck. Oh, she about to go off, huh? Oh, she about to go off, huh? You done got caught cheating, and now you about to go off? That's how they think, man. That's how they think. Oh, you about to go off. He the one that should be going off. You out here cheating on this man, and you talking about you about to go off. Y'all see the craziness and the delusion here? Absolutely ridiculous. Shout out to everybody that's here. We get, and make sure y'all like the stream as well. Shout out to Bronx Side. See you. What's up? Dion was good. These heifers is cheating, man. And a lot of you guys don't want to accept it. Y'all don't want to accept it. Oh, yeah. I got to play this one. Let's see. Hold it. It got music in it. There was a video clip I came across of a female. Apparently, she was with her boyfriend. Maybe y'all seen it. And she hopped in the arms of the security guy. What would she do for a Klondike bar? Something like that. This is the video here.
Pull up one of the guys, and I'm hoping he won't be surprised when I pull up the one on his side. Don't make me sigh.
In front of her boyfriend. Now y'all tell me in the chat, do y'all think this is real or fake?
Don't make me slide. Pull up one of the guys, and I'm hoping he won't be surprised when I pull up the one on his side. Don't make me sigh. Don't make me slide. Pull up one of the guys, and I'm hoping he won't be surprised when I pull up the one on his side. Don't make me sigh.
In front of your boyfriend, huh? What would she do to get into a club? Man, this is what's going on out here, man. These women don't respect their boyfriends. It reminds me of when a dude was in a restaurant with his girlfriend, right? He took her to one of Salt Bay's restaurants, right? And he in Salt Bay fed her the steak, right? And you saw how he was looking. He was looking like, oh, you doing that now? Right? I'm telling you, man, these chicks nowadays have zero respect for their dudes, man. That's why a lot of guys, you got to be careful of the type of women you give energy and time to and really vet her. But, that don't even matter because a lot of these women, they will still be cheating even if you vet them. Even if you're vetting them, All right, I got another video. Let's check this one out.
How much?
Okay, here we go. We got one of those street interviews. All right. Now, this is about a chick proves that she belongs to the streets. Let's check this one out.
For one night.
How much money?
Yeah, how much money for one night?
Like for you one night or just in general?
I mean, you can say for me, yeah. How much for one night?
Probably like 1,000.
1,000?
Yeah.
1,000 for one night?
Yeah.
Why 1,000?
I don't know.
What you mean you don't know? Why 1,000? Why 1,000 for one night?
Because I don't sleep with people I don't know.
Okay. I know the IQ of Gen Z and a lot of these millennials is not very high, but she didn't know what he was talking about. I think she did. A lot of times you got to use covert language with women and just throw a number out there, like how much. And this chick straight up talking about 1,000 because she don't know him like that. What? I thought she would have said, she should have, her response should have been, how much for what? To make him tell her what he was looking for. And then she, should have responded by saying, I don't do that, something like that. But for her to put a number out there, man, lets you know her soul has a price. Her soul has a price. Yes, it does.
Whoa.
What was you talking about?
I was talking about I'm new in town. How much for one night for a hotel? What was you talking about?
I don't know.
Huh?
Now this is a random chick offline. He didn't go to no website. He didn't meet her off the gram. This is like on the street. This is a chick he stopped. Right? And she basically said for 1,000, he could have a good time with her. He didn't have to go to no website. This is a random chick off the street, man.
How much for one night?
How much money?
That why men check out of relationships and rather be in friend benefits or P2P situation.
Shout out to Taboo Smash. Appreciate that, man. Make sure y'all like the stream, man.
Yeah, how much money for one night?
Like for you one night or just in general?
I mean, you can say for me, yeah. How much for one night?
Probably like 1,000.
She said, for you, like, are you, could I add somebody to it? Is it like a, 2 for 1 or 1 for 2? Like what? Man, what's going on out here, man? It's like that? Is it really like that in these streets? Are these chicks out here getting propositioned and accepting those propositions? Is that how crazy they got out here?
1,000?
Yeah.
1,000 for one night?
Yeah.
Why 1,000?
I don't know.
What you mean you don't know? Why 1,000? Why 1,000 for one night?
Because I don't sleep with people I don't know.
Whoa.
What was you talking about?
I was talking about I'm new in town. How much for one night for a hotel? What was you talking about?
Look how she looked at her like, you know. You know. You know. She got a friend too. She'll probably bring a friend. Add another 500, bring a friend. Or another 1,000. Get a 2 for 1.
I don't know.
Huh? Freak.
I'm gonna tell you what though, man. These Beckys are freakier than ever, okay? And especially, she has the thickness that you brothers like, right? You brothers like them thick.
Mm-hmm. How much for one night?
How much money?
Yeah, how much money for one night?
Like for you one night or just in general?
I mean,
she said for him, it's like, of course. Like, who you think it is, for me and my homies? Man, I'm telling you, man, Gen Z, this is Gen Z, man. I know she's at least probably like 21. I bet you she's at least like 20, 21. They don't care. See, we are in an era where OnlyFans is a thing. And because you got these females in their late teens, early 20s who are now in an era of OnlyFans, a lot of these girls, once they turn 18, 19, they see the world as, I'm going to get money out of men. So that's why if you will see a guy proposition a female, it's not going to be like it was 5 years ago. If he was to say this to one of these females, she would definitely back off and think he was creepy. But not anymore. Propositioning women ain't creepy no more. So you can be on the street and ask one of these females, how much for one night. They might give you a price. $1,000 is a lot of money to her, I guess.
You can say for me, yeah. How much for one night?
Probably like 1,000.
1,000?
Yeah.
1,000 for one night?
Yeah.
Why 1,000?
I don't know.
What you mean you don't know? Why 1,000? Why 1,000 for one night?
Because I don't sleep with people I don't know.
Whoa.
What was you talking about?
I was talking about I'm new in town. How much for one night for a hotel? What was you talking about?
I don't know.
Huh? Freak. How much for one night?
Now she'll probably play it off, but man, come on, we know. These females, they are more open to being escorts. I think they're more open to being escorts. They're more open to the OnlyFans lifestyle. Shout out to Steven. Appreciate it. They're more open to it now, so more than ever. Maybe not 5 years ago or 10 years ago, but now more of these women are more okay with being escorts, scrippers. You got women have always, been scripping, but, or being escorts or being OnlyFans models. Like because on OnlyFans, women are posting things for money. So they're more open to it. Shout out to Jamie.
Just cause she's young don't mean she new to this. In fact, many are true to this person facepalming medium dark skin tone male sign sleepy.
Oh, bro, I know that. Appreciate it, though. I know that. She's definitely not new to it. That's why she was confident. That's why she looked at him so confidently.
How much money?
Yeah, how much money for one night?
Like for you one night or just in general?
I mean, you can say for me, yeah. How much for one night?
Probably like 1,000.
1,000?
Yeah.
1,000 for one night?
Yeah.
Why 1,000?
I don't know.
What you mean you don't know? Why 1,000? Why 1,000 for one night?
Because I don't sleep with people I don't know.
So I guess her way of putting 1,000 out there is to say, well, I don't sleep with people I don't know. Well, you could have just said no altogether or just ask him what he meant by that, but you know what he meant by that.
Whoa.
What was you talking about?
I was talking about I'm new in town. How much for one night for a hotel? What was you talking about?
I don't know.
You don't know? We all know. Okay, we all know, man. Man, these are the women who, these are the Gen Z. They got these dumb millennials.
Huh? Freak.
And she went right into that. Man, listen, man, this is what's going on out here, man. These young girls are looking up to slurs. And that's why they hate when you say things to correct the behavior, because they're like, no, we don't want these women to be corrected. We want young girls to aspire to do whatever it takes to get money. Forget an education, forget going out there and taking advantage of all these equal opportunities. I'm willing to do this for money. I'm willing to do this for money, that for money. That's what it's all about, living a lifestyle. A lot of these women don't even live the lifestyle that they portray. It's all for show. And if they are, they're a concubine. They're not doing it on their own. A lot of these chicks are on drugs, man. They're coked out. They're functional alcoholics. Their boyfriend is probably a pimp. Maybe. Or he's her manager. Excuse me, not that word. He's her manager. He's a manager. These chicks are they Felice out here, man. These chicks are Felice. They out here, they're out for lease, and you can lease them, you know. But the boyfriends, he is their manager. Like that's the lifestyle they're living. These women are not living a lavish lifestyle. They're being slored out. That's why you see a chick you think is balling. She's a businesswoman, but she's busting it open on OnlyFans. You gotta say, wait a minute. I thought you was a real estate agent. What about all these companies that you own? It's all a facade, people. It really is, man. Shout out to everybody that's here, man. Like the stream. I want to check Jemele Hill. What a loser. Where is it? This post. I'm gonna check Jemele Hill. She's such a loser. Jemele Hill bragged about getting an abortion when she was 26 years old. She was 26. She got an abortion. You talk about useless, and you talk about, not worth the money. This female, Jemele Hill, she had a show with Cara Champion on CNN Plus, and that not only flopped, it helped make the app go away. Poof, disappear. Jemele Hill is one of those black women that, to me, has a disdain towards black men. I would not doubt that that the young one that she aborted was by a black man. She even agreed with an article that said that black men were the new white men. Do you really think I take a woman like that seriously? I don't care if she has a black husband. She probably financially taking care of him. She wears the pants in that marriage. I honestly can't respect a man that would marry a woman like Jemele Hill. I just would not. You're bragging about aborting your young one for your failing career in television. Is Jemele Hill even on television? Did y'all know that she had a show with Cara Champion on Vice and that flopped too? Jemele Hill is a natural born failure. And she probably would have failed as a mom too. So that's why she could say this. It might be a good thing she didn't become a mother. She has no respect for black men whatsoever. So her saying this doesn't surprise me. There's a lot of women like her. There's a lot of women like her that don't like black men and will abort any young one that they have with them. This is why people like this need to be not listened to. I see some males be supporting her, and it's sad, man. Y'all think what she says the truth. She didn't even go to an HBCU. That's how black she is. People want to question the blackness of Clarence Thomas, but Jemele Hill could have went to an HBCU, but she didn't. She went to the majority Caucasian Michigan University. She didn't want to be around you Negroes, but she's getting on Twitter pretending to windmill for you. And these are the type of people that needs to be checked. These are the type of people that should not be listened to. Everything she does fails. That marriage may end up failing too. What a sideshow Jemele Hill is. This, according to USA Today, He says, as she's risen through the ranks of sports journalism, Jemele Hill has never been one to stick to sports. So it should come as no surprise to see her offering an opinion on the Supreme Court recent overturning of the landmark abortion case Roe v. Wade. The issue, however, is much more personal to her. In a first-person article for The Atlantic, the former ESPN anchor reveals publicly for the first time her decision to have an abortion at 26 when she was working as a sports writer for the Detroit Free Press. My career meant everything to me, Hill writes. I was pursuing my dream of being a sports journalist. I understood clearly having a child would have drastically limited the future I saw for myself. You know, that's very interesting. Because you have women who brag about being able to do both, right? I'm a working mom. I'm a working mom. I'm a working mom this and I'm a working mom that. But Jemele Hill says, you know what? My career meant more, which is fine. I ain't got no problem with that. She wasn't in the right frame of mind, in the right place in her life to have a child. She chose to do this, which is totally her decision. I'm not here to tell any of you do whatever you. I am pro good choices. I'm all about good choices. I am pro good choices. Make the best choices in your life possible to make you a happy person, not a miserable person. Okay. Hill says she is angry, appalled, and disgusted over the court's 6-3 decision to overturn the landmark case that granted women the right to have an abortion. Well, you know, women can still get that abortion. There are corporations that a lot of us waste money on that are going to help these women continue to get these procedures. And I need y'all to go look at the list of those companies and then decide for yourself if you want to waste money for a company that is basically saying that we want women to be destroyed. Do you know how damaging abortions are on a woman's psyche? And it might even affect them when they want to have kids sometime in the future. If you really care about yourself and your body, you would take preventative measures instead of just saying, you know, whatever, if I get pregnant, I'll just abort it. That's not how you should live life. That is not how you should live life. You should not live life by believing that going and getting procedures will fix everything. There's too many healthers that believe that now. Although Hill has her circumstances at the time weren't dire, she had the financial resources and plenty of family support. She didn't want to bring a child into an unstable relationship. In addition to her career just starting to take off, she was covering Michigan State's football and basketball teams, which meant traveling nearly 8 months out of the year, and she had higher aspirations, which included one day writing for Sports Illustrated. She knew raising a child would put all those plans on hold. I'm aware that some people will read this and think that I was selfish. Women are judged harshly for pursuing their goals as ambitiously as men do. Some people will probably call me irresponsible, but mistakes happen just because an unwanted pregnancy occurs, and it doesn't matter if it's within the context of a relationship, a one-night stand, or a situationship. That doesn't mean a woman should be punished by being forced to have a child she doesn't want to raise. Well, how about you take preventative measures? We won't have this conversation. A lot of you women want to have unprotected relations whenever you want to have it, with whomever you want to have it, and not understand there's consequences to having unprotected relations. There are consequences to that. Hill writes that she's revealing this personal decision now because it took me some time to realize I shouldn't have to apologize for wanting to control my body, my life. That's very interesting, Jemele Hill, because there's a lot of people in this country that was forced to get the jab or get fired. They didn't have autonomy over their bodies, but they were forced to get a experimental jab into their bodies, and none of you my body, my choice people said nothing. As a matter of fact, you were part of the crew shaming them. You're a part of the crew shaming them. Now married in her 40s, Hill says she has no regrets. Of course she doesn't. I understand the moral complexities of the abortion debate and respect people who would make a decision different from mine, she says, but above all, I would defend their right to choose. Well, let me say this about Jemele Hill. You see, the people that she supports, which is the liberals, the Democrats, they don't believe in people having their own right to choose, because in 2020, 2021, when people said, I'm not taking the jab, they were canceled. They were fired. The airlines in this country are struggling because they had to let people go, or they fired them, let's be real, or forced them out because they would not get the jab. How is it that only women having abortions can be protected, but adults and children have to put experimental medicine into their bodies just because they may pass on something to somebody else? People in this country have been passing on stuff to people for decades where they have no vax for. They don't have any type of, they don't have anything that could fix those. You know, y'all know what I'm talking about. You got people that's been passing on ABCs and all types of things to other people, and there has not been any jab to fix that. There hasn't been any type of cure for any of those things. So I just think that they want women to destroy themselves psychologically and physically. Because what happens if Jemele Hill wants to have a child now? It may complicate things. And she's in her 40s. A lot of these people just hate children. I truly believe that. Which is, it might be a good thing she didn't have one. It might be a good thing.
I see a lot of women just be following along with this wave. Just cause.
Just cause, man. Appreciate that, Steven. Just cause, you know. But yeah, they've been passing all types of things on to other people, and there has been no cure for it. Some of that stuff is uncurable. A lot of you out here having unprotected relations, getting uncurable ABCs. Where is the jab for that? Salute to everybody that's here on this Friday. Shout out to everybody that's here, man. This chick was out here chasing this dysfunctional D in her 20s. She was out here dealing with these. She was dealing with the guy she didn't want to be in a relationship with. Let's just be real. She was dating a guy that didn't have himself together, and she got pregnant by him, and she said to herself, do I really want to have a child by this guy? That's all that was. That's all that was. And and let me tell you something right now. We should start asking women, did they have an abortion or not? Since women are so angry about this, we should ask women, have you had an abortion before? Because that will tell you a lot about her decision making. There are women out here who've never had one. You know why? Because they're not chasing dysfunctional Dizzy. They're not sleeping with dysfunctional men, and they're not having unprotected relations because they care about their bodies and about their careers. And they've never had to have an abortion. You heifers just love to have unprotected relations, and you need a fallback plan. You don't care about your body. Because if you cared about your body, you would have never gotten pregnant in the first place. It wasn't like you were a teenager, Jemele. You were a 26-year-old woman who was out of college, working a job, but you were still having unprotected relations with the guy you didn't even want to be with like that. That's a you problem. Roe v. Wade was never meant to be a part of some solid law in the government for women to be able to get it was the Supreme Court basically said it was a mistake. It was a mistake. And if you look deep into the roots of Roe v. Wade, you will realize that you should not be supporting it. This so-called pro-black didn't even go and do the research on Roe v. Wade before she actually was pissed off and angry. Or maybe she agrees with it. If you look at the origins of it, you'll realize that it wasn't for the betterment of women. It was for an agenda. It's for an agenda. Shout out to everybody that's here. I appreciate y'all being here on this Friday. I wanted to go live. Salute to everybody. Make sure you like the stream if you haven't. And I think that's pretty much it. I think I went over everything I need to go over. This stream wasn't going to be too long. I just want to come and speak to the people because I am a man of the people, okay? So if you haven't, make sure that y'all follow me on all social media. Subscribe to all the channels, okay? Subscribe to all the channels. And you are a wonderful audience. You're a wonderful audience. Follow me on Patreon. I'm still going to put up exclusive content. I haven't recently, but I still am doing that. Join the channel as well. Click that join button, man. What you waiting on? What you waiting on? We got to fight back against these delusional heifers like Jemele Hill. And a lot of these other delusional people who didn't even go and do the research on Roe v. Wade, and they're upset about it. We got heifers cheating. They're not being faithful. You dudes better watch your back, man. You might be raising somebody else's child, okay? You don't want to be, Bronx side, I did 2 videos on that, Bronx. I did 2 videos on the McDonald's baby mama. I made 2 videos on my basic social politics channel. Matter of fact, let me put all my links, the link tree in here. So y'all make sure y'all subscribe to everything. Let me pin it so y'all go to, just click that link right there, the link tree link. Click that link and it'll take you to everything that has to do with me. Let's see. Let's see. Okay, hold on a second, people. Trying to make sure I found it. Okay, is this it? Okay. Okay, this is the basic. So this is a channel that y'all need to be subscribed to so you don't miss anything. Go subscribe to that channel. If you haven't, I advise you to do it because I do put videos over there. All right. Well, shout out to everybody. I appreciate y'all being on this Friday. Hopefully y'all have a good weekend. Hopefully you had a great week. Right? Everything was great. And yeah, man, shout out to the moderators, channel members, patrons. I'll see y'all next one. Y'all have a good night. And you continue the conversation in the comment section. All right. See y'all later.